So remember, psychological heart, it's a calculated unseen move that she is consciously or subconsciously planning depending on who she is and not who you think she is. Okay? An example of a subtle heart. Subtle heart, it's more performed in a form of word, but the exchange, it will release most of the time the negative energy. Okay? We are just fine. You say something and then she nags you out. The intention is to make sure that you feel the sadness. That is the energy. The emotion in motion is the energy. So when I leave you in that negative energy, you will consistently be in a negative state of being and you will be surrounded by a negative frequency. Even when you are in a positive state of being, you will have to experience that negative state of being. When I nag you consistently, obviously it's serving. Your subconscious mind is saving her subtle words consistently. And now it's forming a negative state of being. If you believe her words, or if you just entertain her character, her nagging behavior, her disrespect behavior, that subtle words that is disrespectful, even when she's laughing, but it's a nagging word, it's accessing your subconscious mind. And most of you men don't see it. You don't realize, you assume. Later on, you just start feeling bad about this lady. You just start feeling negative about this lady every time she's around because of me trying to move you from a positive frequency to a negative frequency, because I am also in a negative frequency, so that we can match. But fact is, I'm doing this so that I can pay attention to my own internal issues. And every time you feel bad because you are in a negative state of being, I can pay attention to you. And at this time, Isaac, I am directly hurting you by sending you the negative energy consistently, because I am the one lady who is always around you, and I will want to be around you with a negative state of being. But that state of being in its own form, it's my coping mechanism and how I think I can manage my internal issues, that I think this is who I am. So you are always the problem. So I have given you examples of how the heart is done. It's not always physical. It's subtle in a form of energy. It's always psychological in a form of perception and influencing you. It's emotional in a form of using emotions, doing things to cause you react so that I can influence and think that I am controlling you consistently. All this is heart. You later on realize that you are in a cage and you are being trapped by a lady just because you genuinely love her. She's a good woman, but you are living Hannah's reality. She's not doing that because maybe she's innocent. If she is innocent, when you come up with a conversation, she wouldn't deny. Even when she will try to work on herself and question her state of being. Am I really abusing this man? Am I in this negative state of being all the time? Do I have a problem? She will look for a way to work on herself. But she wouldn't consistently create the unnecessary drama, chaos. You can't even settle and have peace in that relationship. That is consistent negative energy, and we always have to argue, because that proves to me that now you are getting attached and there is security. But once you get attached, Isaac, what will I do? I will resent you. I will feel disgusted because you are not strong and you are too weak. But I caused you to act and get attached, for I was consistently accessing your emotional state of being for you to solve my issues. Now you are consistently investing in a woman who is consistently pulling away from you. How do you now? Let me relax. I don't know why I am jumpy. Yeah, I ate some sugar. That is why I think I am so jumpy. I know, maybe. Maybe I am delusional. Who knows? Let's now understand how to handle her heart. She hurt you, Isaac. She hurt you. Right. How do you handle this? First thing is, walking away is the best thing you can ever do. Most of you guys, when a woman hurt you, you try to ask her to show care or convince her to show care so that she can feel bad. Okay, that is not why you do it, but at least that is how women see it. So you are convincing them to feel good about their behavior, and they have an illusion that they have the upper hand. Walking away allows you to understand that you are a high value man, and if someone can't appreciate your value, then you better just work on yourself and concentrate on your goal. You just pull away. You're not pulling away or walking away to manipulate Hannah. You fully detach Isaac. And detaching is one of the things that will trigger Hannah to come back for you. That is one thing. Not just walk away. You walk away fully, but then you detach. So you are walking away, and you are also walking away with your energy. And the empty space, someone who caused the hurt will be hurt indirectly. And even when they come back, it's not a confirmation that she has changed again. You walk away, but then you detach. Most of you men, you walk away, but then you have an expectation. So it means you haven't detached. She will get obsessed. Most of them, they will apologize, and they will realize that, by the way, this is a toxic character. It's not a confirmation that they have changed. Maybe she just came back to test the waters, and now that you entertained her around, she tells herself, I knew he is so much in love with me, and he is so much obsessed with me. He can't even have a fulfilling life without my existence. I want you to detach, Isaac. Take control of your life. It is a manipulative game, because this is a woman who never saw your value and who took advantage of you. So you are not applying it as a game, you are doing it to grow yourself so that you can understand what is causing you to always want to get this lady be around you. Maybe you have internal issues that you might not be aware of. She noticed and she found a way to trigger you, indirectly or directly, because of how you responded and reacted every time she acted in a certain way. Every time she starts an argument and then she snaps. Okay? You don't react at that very moment. You disengage, you allow her talk, but then you observe if it's a consistent pattern. Unless she has controlled her temper and she wants to have a genuine conversation without the shouting, you are not willing to engage in that conversation. You are breaking the emotional pattern that she has created for her to survive in that relationship, because she hasn't dealt with her own issues. But the moment you react back, you are now magnifying her coping mechanism of an emotional pattern, an emotional cycle that you guys need to rely on to think that finally a relationship exists. I'm not saying that you should never have arguments or disagreement. If we argue, we disagree, let's at least have a conversation without shouting at each other, nagging at each other. That is what creates more clarity in that relationship, and that is how you solve things in a better way. So you disengage totally. The other thing is silence. Most men underestimate the silence. You know, when a woman has emotionally manipulated you and then she decides to walk away, she's pulling away so that she can trigger you to feel like you have to go after her. But this is when she will have the upper hand. But when you apply silence after she walked away and she was the one who acted in a more disrespectful way, they will have a lot of thoughts dominating their state of being. Okay, how do I know that it's all women? I am a woman. I have 4 sisters. 4. Oh, yeah, I was counting how many we are. Yeah, we are 5. So I have 4 sisters. Don't worry. I have a reason why I was counting. We are too many. So I know women who act in a disrespectful way, but then they show you that you are the problem, and then they walk away. Later on, they are always dominated with thoughts. If you consistently apply silence, he will call me, he will text me, he always does. Now that you are not calling her, you are not texting her, he's not calling me, he's not texting me. What's wrong? It's not about how she acted. What's wrong? Okay. Now she is consistently thinking about it. I was wrong maybe. By the way, I acted in the wrong way. But remember, even when she comes back and she apologizes, it doesn't confirm that she will change. You just have to be on your toes. Every time she reacts in a negative way to abuse you emotionally or psychologically, man, you have so much value and you have so much to offer. Just walk away, disengage, apply silence, detach. Those are the 3 things that you need to apply every time a woman hurts you. Like, this gives you so much power. You are trying to reverse the power dynamic. You are not aware that you are doing this, but that is what will happen automatically. You will have the upper hand, you will have the power, you will lead. Sometimes, and most of the time, when you are around a toxic woman, Isaac, they will trigger you. You will feel anxious every time you are around this lady. You will be walking on an eggshell. You will always be the problem. You are going to be tortured psychologically just because you value her and you love her. Are you a new member? Have you really enjoyed this video? Was I jumpy? Yeah, I know. Dopamine, right? And we said we need to do what? To control our emotions. Here I am. Be safe, take care, and let's have peace.